All right, fellas, we are now live. So, last session we left off with you guys just getting captured and being forcefully admitted into the Snowfrost soldiers. Congrats, good job, guys. You've done it. Along with that, it's been about a day or so since that has happened, and well, news has finally caught up to the Devil of Reddock. And you, I'll leave this up to you, uh, Devil. Do you wish to start out going to see them directly, or would you like to talk to the commander
I'm
first?
gonna go to the commander first.
Okay. Alright, here we go. And you can walk up the stairs. And, there you go. You see your guy?
Yeah,
Okay.
which it's the
So
guy, right?
this is the this is up on the second floor, and then this one is the bottom floor.
Okay, so yeah, I guess I'll walk up the stairs.
All right, there you go. This is the second floor. You're good. You walk up, and it is. This town is very, very cold, but again, with a lot of the interiors, they're magically enchanted to keep the inside pretty warm. So as soon as you come in, you get this nice burning heat, and you see the very familiar um, Commander Tanner Sarkarter at his desk, the dwarf working away.
Okay, would I know what he normally goes by?
You can call him Sarkarter. Yeah.
Sarkader. I heard that you found some employees of mine. I was wondering if we could possibly make a deal or something. What type of trouble are they in?
Well, as a matter of fact, lad, um, they have gotten themselves royally in the wrong cloud. I don't know if you did it on purpose, but they had a pretty serious drug they were bringing along with them.
Serious drug?
Aye.
Of what sort?
Well, it's the sort that, simply put, that one bag is worth 4 million gold on its own. Funny enough,
I
it's called devil's fruit.
Interesting. I've heard of it, but I don't know where they got it.
Well, nonetheless, because of how expensive it was, we're gonna have them work off their sentence.
Well, what is their sentence? What would it be? What would quicken their sentence? I've got to get back to business, and my employees are needed to run night howlers. We got to keep it in business for you and your lads.
Well, it's pretty standard stuff. They're working 20 years of service.
20 years.
Wait.
At that rate, I might as well just hire some new employees. How do we quicken it? Come on, I do you favors all the time. I give your people free drinks down at night howlers. I let them get rambunctious from time to time. How do we make this a little quicker?
I don't know if you've noticed, but over the past couple of years, there's been a problem with people breaking through the wall and coming down south.
Okay, I I've heard of the problem. It's not been the top of my priority list, but I know what problem you're talking of.
The um, the problem is that we are spread too thin to watch the entire wall, and we need to, well, take care of this problem. I can offer you to work with them as well, You will be on a different contract than them, and you will actually be paid.
Sounds pretty hefty. What's the payment? What's the deal? How long should this take, and are they free at the end of it, or do I have to keep, you know,
All,
having new employees?
all I ask is 6 months of work. That's it.
Okay.
And helping clean up this problem either down south or north of the wall. And I'll call it even.
Fair enough. And the payment for me?
Do you want it in gold?
What's the other option?
I need to think of another option, Cole.
I know that you and your Snowfrost guys allow me to operate night howlers, and not everything is typically by the books, if you understand what I mean.
Of course.
But I don't take advantage of any of your Snowfrost guys. That's always been our deal. How about you let me continue to do my work out of it, and we figure out some way of protection for it, some sort of deal on what I'm allowed to do and advancing the business forward.
Making your illegitimate a little bit more legitimate.
Possibly.
Alright.
You know that I'm on a trade route. How do we bring that trade route better to Northwatch, to where everyone can benefit?
You're meaning with the lucky hand.
If that's what you think it is, then yeah.
Don't play games. I'm not a fool like most of my men.
I didn't take you for one, but am I ever really going to admit that I'm with the lucky hand? That's your question.
Fair.
So
Good.
here's what I need. I'll do all of that. I just need in the 6 months to know that Night Howlers will continue to run the way it is as of right now. Let me go put somebody in charge of it. Some random soul that we have laying around will probably be fine. It runs itself mostly. And then I need you to play along when it comes to tell the guys. Once again, you know, my reputation is I'm the devil of Reddock. I can't be known for letting people off easy.
Oh no. I wouldn't blame you if you strung them up. But alright, that seems fair to me. I'll give you another 24 hours to get your affairs in order, and then you'll come to work with us.
Sounds fair enough. So I'm going to shake his hand. I'm gonna walk out.
Okay, yeah, he totally shakes your hand too.
When I shake his hand, I don't actually shake it. I reach out with a mage hand and shake it.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah. He sees the mage hand, and he, like, looks at it, he looks back at you, and he just goes back to work. He doesn't give it, he doesn't shake his hand.
Fair enough. It's not your type of person. That's okay.
Then what, I guess, would you want to just fast forward?
Yeah. So my plan was to just put one of the guys that's at Night Howlers in charge. Just somebody that you and I would both know would probably run the thing and be okay. Whoever
Sure.
runs it when I'm not.
Yeah.
And then yeah, we fast forward to me going and meeting with them, with all of the employees
Okay.
or the hired for the job that they botched.
One last thing before you do leave, he does add on. He says, I'll need you to leave one of them with me, though. I have a side thing I need, and a new recruit would be perfect for it.
You can keep him as long as you send him my way when you're done with him.
Alright. And that is how we write Rashad out of the session, guys.
I knew that's what that was, so I was like, that's fair.
Yeah. So, there's another 24 hours, and the you three have been locked in the barracks. You have on your neck, you have a collar that is inscribed with special runes that are in Primordial. Um, and basically, it was explained to you that you can't leave the city. You can operate inside of it, but you have no choice but to stay here.
Okay.
Question.
Yeah.
At this point, have we long rested?
Now you've long rested. Good
Oh,
job,
thank
Miles.
goodness.
um,
Miles, do you know how to long rest?
Yeah, I actually did it before we started, but
Okay.
so,
And do we have our stuff back?
yes, you have your stuff back.
Beautiful. Just not the drugs, I take it.
Not the drugs. You do not get that back. So, there's two more characters that are walking in with your boss, Luther. These are, you've got Othar, the Dragonborn.
We saw him in our fight, didn't we?
Yeah, he was in your fight. And then a new person. You have a fellow named Fark.
oh, fuck.
Fark.
Actually, technically, I think this is the first time I've seen Luther too.
Oh, yes, for you, yeah.
Oh, yeah. For both of them.
And
Oh, it was...
for some reason, it's not showing names. I appreciate that. Great job. There you go. There should be... Nope. Why did I not?
You gotta make sure you check the little checkbox that says see and edit.
Yeah.
See,
Because,
Fark.
like, I did that, like, 3 times, and it wasn't working.
Can you
See?
save my token again, or update my default tokens again?
Sure.
Because it doesn't have the full long name. It
There
just
we
has
go.
Luther.
You don't want the full name?
No, it's a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good for the
Update,
actual like, journal thing, but on the token.
update default token, and then if I pull out another one, there we go. Okay. So, Luthor, you walk into the general barracks for recruits, and you see one very familiar to you. You see Kai, and then you see 2 new faces, which are the 2 new faces that you hired last session.
Well, it looks like y'all got yourselves into quite the trouble. And it looks like you lost $4 million worth of my merchandise in the process. 4 million gold worth of my merchandise. Ah, silence, I see. Quite a fun one, I guess.
I'm the strong silent type.
Well, the great thing is, Commander's telling me that you'll be here for 20 years, so I guess I know where to come visit y'all whenever I need a little bit of extra work in town. But other than that, I don't know how much I can help y'all. Y'all kind of wrote yourselves off on this one, and I'm gonna turn around and walk out.
And
Wait!
What was that?
It froze us with magic. We couldn't do anything.
Froze you with magic.
We stopped time.
Does that seem like a legitimate excuse to lose 4 million gold worth of merchandise, Kai?
I'm gonna start whispering over to Boo, like asking him a question.
yeah,
Kai, what
I forgot
happened?
about that.
Boo decides not to respond.
What happened the last time that my merchandise didn't reach its location? Do we still talk about that guy?
No.
Well, then why are we still talking about y'all?
He's just gonna like kind of pout and look really sad.
Look, because you're decent employees, I'm not going to fully punish you the worst. Instead, y'all are going to take a trip with me, whether you like it or not. We are going north of the wall. I've got some merchandise to recover there. And y'all are going with me. And after we recover it, Commander says that he'll give you your freedom.
Let's go.
Sound fair enough?
Sounds good to me.
Be known that
Sorry, go ahead.
you're good. Yeah.
Upon saying that they get their freedom, Yeet and Kai, because you're able to see it, give me a perception check. No, an insight check on Fark and Othar. Luthor, you don't because you were looking the other way.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that was the wrong one.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Insight.
Is down in that long list of
Oh, okay. There we go. There we go. That's better.
That is significantly better. Okay, with a 6, you see that Fark and Othar are just moving in the background. Sorry, Guy. Yeet, you see that they look at each other and are like, what? Very confused.
Okay.
I'm going to turn around and begin to walk out with them.
Othar is a little stunned and he just steps out of the way.
We going now?
We're going now. Hope you have what you need. Do I know Othar? I probably do, right?
Yeah.
How do I do the movement again?
So you can just either click and just move it with your
Yeah.
mouse, or you
Yeah, I
can
remember that.
click and then right click.
Is Caboose coming with us?
Oh, well.
Caboose probably.
Yeah, Caboose
Caboose is Rashad's character.
Yeah.
And Othar, my guys will need their equipment back if they don't have it already.
Alright, they'll get it to them. Make sure they head by the armory first, and they'll get it.
Fair enough.
And then you hear the squeaky voice of Fark say, I'm coming with you.
You're coming with us?
Well, you can't be without supervision, of course.
This wasn't part of the deal.
Too bad.
Interesting.
Sorry.
Sorry, you and I are going to get along very well. I say with a big wry smile on my face.
He does not do well on these things called intelligence checks, or insight checks, or charisma checks. So, yeah, he believes you. 100%.
Quick question.
Yeah.
The collars we were wearing, you said that we can't operate outside of the city or whatever. Are these collars preventing us from going beyond or doing something, or do we even know?
That's a great segue there. As you go to the armory, that's going to be taken care of.
Okay.
So, you show up here, and you see that there are 2 people. You see, Let me get you guys out here. You see that there's one person working inside of the stables, and there's one person working inside of the armory.
Well, I guess y'all are supposed to go to the armory, get them collars taken off. Go, have at it, get your stuff back.
Uncollar yeet.
So, you both walk in and you see that there is a rat folk. And he has an eye patch over his eye, and he is really old, and he's bundled up super tight, even though this room is magically enchanted to be warm. He looks up to you, and he's with a squeaky voice. He's like, "Oh, yeah, okay." And he reaches up, but he can't reach up to you, because you're too tall.
He kneels down.
You kneel down, and he takes a knife out of his pocket, and he looks like it's about to stab you, but he goes in, and he just like taps it with the side of the knife,
Okay.
and it just falls off.
Thank you.
He turns to Kai, and then, without even really thinking about it, he just immediately reaches up again. Still can't reach.
He's gonna kind of squat down so that he can.
He stands up on his tippy toes to get you this one, because you're taller than Yeet, right?
I think he's taller than me.
Yeah, he was shorter than me.
Okay. Then never mind. We'll do it the other way around. He has to be on his tippy toes to get Yeet. And then Kai, you're good. He is able to tap it with the knife, and the collar, I almost said necklace, comes off.
And I have one more question. So did we all like? Do we already have our stuff, or are we getting it from here?
You're getting it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Am I gonna get back do I remember, is the collar that we found and grabbed that I had the same as these collars?
Ooh, give me an
Before our
investigation
last
check.
fight?
You never did. So you grabbed it and you took it with you.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you can look at these new ones compared to your old one. And
Okay, so I can still have that?
Yeah.
Okay, that. Investigation, you said?
Sure.
Oh, goodness.
And looks like it's gonna be one of those nights, Chris. I'm sorry.
They both look like collars to me.
They are made out of metal, yeah. And they got some funny runes on them. You have no idea what it is, though.
Isn't there? You said there's an inscription in Primordial.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
In my world, runes are written in Primordial.
Okay.
If only you could read, my friend. If only you could read. And so I'm just gonna kind of ask, where? So can we get our stuff now?
Oh, yeah, of course.
As he does that, I want to take a look around.
Okay.
Where did he put those collars? And is there anything valuable inside?
So, oh my. We're already starting with this. It's been 10 minutes. No, I'm kidding. So firstly, give me an investigation check. He walks over and he puts it into one of the chests on the back wall. Okay.
Okay.
So that's a 19. You look around and you see most of this for the most part. Yeah. It's all pretty much low tier basic steel swords and bows and arrows and shields and armor. There's supposed to be armor here, but I don't have an asset for that right now. So we're gonna pretend like there's armor in here, guys. And most of it seems really, really like cheap. Like the basic like they took maybe a few hours to make a single sword and called it a day. Along the back wall, though, you see that there are several chests, and you look inside that one, and you see that there's collars, but you could guess that there's probably other valuables within the other ones.
Okay. And he opens that chest, doesn't he?
Yeah, he opens it.
Okay. I'm gonna watch and see if he accidentally leaves it open.
No, he is very deliberate with pulling out the key chain, and he locks it and he closes it. But he puts the key chain back in his pocket.
Okay. As he is grabbing their armor, at any point, if the armor looks like it's going to bump them, bump armor, I'm going to use a invisible mage hand to try and grab the keys at the same time that it bumps him on that side, to make it kind of like a pickpocket, like a true pickpocket would in real life.
Okay. So you're magically with the mage hand. You're pushing the armor pieces together, and then you're also grabbing the keys as well.
No, just when they magic, like when they just swing with like gravity, like
Oh, okay.
he's pulling them out, and when they just kind of like happen to hit him or something like that, I'm gonna have a mage hand ready and magic, like I'm gonna time it at the same time that the armor hits him, so that he doesn't feel the difference in the bump.
I get it now. Okay. So, firstly, sleight of hand check. We're gonna. This is going to be the. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Right. So you're able to grab out the. He. I'll start with this. He is pulling up like basic leather armor, two sets of giant leather armor for these two guys. And he like because he is a rat the size of like 3 feet tall, and he is carrying also 3 feet tall worth of leathers. Yeah, you clearly are able to get the keys without much effort at all.
Okay, I'm going to kind of let them stay, like I'm gonna dangle them, grabbing hold of them so that they don't jingle.
Mhm.
I'm going to hold them kind of behind his head the whole time until the moment that he starts walking through the racks, and then I'm going to pull them to the ground and pull them down one of these aisles and slowly like slide them over to me.
Okay.
So like they're gonna take this path here, and then they're actually gonna stop like right here behind this thing.
Okay, because he is going down that same way.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they're just gonna stop right here.
Okay.
And they're gonna lower themselves up against that cabinet, kind of like on the side.
So what he does is he makes his way down, and then you're able to get the keys, and he follows all the way around, and he gets to this same desk, and he looks up to, motioning to either one of you two, and he says, "Can you take the sword off the desk?"
Is it the longsword?
Yeah.
Do we both have longswords, or is that mine?
No. That's just an extra sword.
Oh, well, then I'm gonna. I'll reach down and pick it up.
Okay. And then he's able to like you hear a quick "Thank you," and he puts everything on the table, all the leathers.
Is he a prisoner as well? Like, does he have a collar on?
Give me so you're looking for a collar, give me a perception check. If you're looking to see general vibes, give me an insight check.
Can I do both?
Sure. So he doesn't appear to have a collar on, but it's also like he's got a lot of furs on, like I said, so it might be there, it might not be. You get the vibe that he's might not be a prisoner.
Okay.
It's always possible that you might have missed it, but you don't think so.
Okay.
And he reaches up and he takes the sword from Kai as well.
Okay. And do we have our all of our stuff back at this point?
Yeah, you got all your inventory back.
Right. During that time, I want to just be walking up and down the aisles, look like I'm just moseying around looking at his merchandise.
Okay.
I'm just making a stroll.
Yeah.
And obviously pick up the keys along the way.
Absolutely. Give me. Okay, ask for another sleight of hand check. Yeah. Okay. With disadvantage. No.
Yeah. You might give me.
No.
Can I roll up for perception, or whatever you want me to roll for, see if there's a rapier or anything?
Sure.
Um,
I mean, you could just ask.
Is there a rapier around that I can see? Even if it's cheap.
Maybe. Give me a second. Let me look. And he goes off and he looks in this way. Is anybody taking advantage of the fact that he's now looking away?
Nope.
Okay.
Well, what do we see around us?
You see, like I said, without giving me a super detailed check, it's just cheap pieces of armor, and there's the row of chests in the background. If you give me perception check, I might be able to tell you a little bit more. It depends on what you're wanting, though.
I didn't. I was mostly just asking generally in case there was like something sticking out.
Yeah,
That
you
somebody
get
would
the
want.
vibes that most of this stuff, if it goes missing, it's not good. They'll probably look for it, but it won't be the. It's not a big ticket item.
Kai's probably not gonna steal. He may help. He may help. Luther take something. Is there any? Is there anything? So I assume that the keys are the only ways into the chest that I'm able to tell.
Yeah, yeah, probably.
Are any of them labeled or anything like that, or is there anything to indicate what would be in each one, or is he just got them memorized?
All of them have symbols on them.
Can I read the symbols? I can read. I can have Aarakocra, Auron, and Common.
Oh, good. Oh, I forgot that you added that language. And then what was the last one? I'm sorry.
Common.
Common. No, these are in a different language.
Okay.
You could give me. I don't even know what check I would do for like attempting to understand language.
Is there anything like on the outside of any of the boxes that's like gold or like something that would suggest like is there a lock that's bigger than the other ones or anything like that? Like anything that would suggest that one box is more important than the other?
You get the general vibe that the metal ones are more valuable.
Middle ones? Okay. Did I see the Luther do the thing with the keys?
I don't know. Did you give me give me a perception check?
And I did it, or I didn't, but
I know. You can give me one.
okay.
Sure. You see it.
Okay.
I'm gonna do one as well, just to see if I noticed it when we did it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll say you can see that Luthor is doing something, but you're not sure exactly what. You didn't see the key grab or anything like that, but you're like,
I know he's up to something.
he's walking around. He's not doing legitimate things.
Where are Othar and Fark?
Fark is waiting for you outside.
Okay. Oh, it's just Fark?
It's just Fark now.
Oh, heck yeah.
Fark is there. There you go. I forgot about that.
I'm gonna say that I'm fond of what he's doing, and I won't do it, but I'm gonna help. And so, as he's looking for this rapier, I'm gonna come over to him. And he said he looked like really cold, even though it was like warm in here.
Yeah, you get the vibe that he's like always cold for some reason.
Well, while he's looking, I'm gonna position my body away from him. So when I'm talking, I'm gonna position my body away from these, so that when we're talking, he's facing away.
Sure.
And I'm gonna kind of lean down and be like, "Are you cold?"
Yeah. Why?
I have a torch. I can help warm you up.
Oh no, that's okay. You can keep that.
And I'm gonna just kind of small talk with them, and not look, but I'm paying attention to everything going on over here, just in case I need to like cause any kind of distraction or anything like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, question. This is might be. I need to know the full picture before I make the decision.
Sure.
So, Caboose was Rashad, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is Fark Nathan?
Fark is nobody.
Okay.
That's an NPC.
Good. I just want to make sure because I don't want to screw over another NPC. Sorry, another PC.
No, if Nate is able to show up, I got an entrance for him. Don't worry.
Okay. I just want to make sure that wasn't Nate and I wasn't going to just screw him over.
We're just gonna like kill him or something.
Just immediately dies. Sorry, make a new one.
So while how do I want to do this? I'm gonna kind of be nosing aisles,
Uh-huh.
and I'm actually going to I'm gonna walk kind of over here, And I'm just gonna stand next to him, and while I stand next to him, I want my mage hand to go and try to grab. I'm going to use the keys quietly to try to grab one of those collars out of that chest as quietly as I can. Actually, I'm going to cast Unseen Servant.
Cool, you're gonna throw the entire campaign off. Okay.
I'm gonna cast Unseen Servant,
What a good.
and I'm kind of casting it under my breath as I'm walking, just kind of moseying. But during that conversation where he's talking about warming him up, and that Unseen Servant is going to walk over, and I'm going to allow that to grab a collar using those keys.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
Oh,
Oh no. He
I have a
hears
plan.
you. He rolled a 15, Cole.
yeah. I'm going to just leave the keys in the front of the chest, exactly where they were, and act like I was doing nothing. Like
Yeah,
keys in the front.
sure. He hears the keys jingle and he immediately like reaches his hand down and he like turns and he walks kind of slowly over to him and he grabs them. Actually,
Does
did
he
roll for
look
that,
like
by the way.
does he look like he's like got alarm bells going off or anything? I can make
No,
an
he doesn't
insight check.
seem particularly worried.
Can I tell if he like knows that it was taken? Can I roll insight to like, or can I
Yeah,
tell if he like knows that it was taken, or if he like, oh maybe I left it in there?
absolutely. Give me an insight check, and if anybody else wants to, they can as well.
Oh goodness, don't worry, boys. I'm not gonna. Oh goodness.
Oh no. Oh well.
You don't need to worry about your insight checks. I'll do it for you. I got it covered, Gale. Thank goodness for Yeet. Good night.
Yeah, Yeet found that one out.
Huh. Okay. Um. Hmm. So, what we got is we have Kai. No, he's chilling. Uh, Luthor, you get that he thinks something might be off, and then
Okay.
Yeet, you realize he is suspicious of something.
Mm.
He's suspicious of someone, I should say.
Okay.
I'm gonna. Is there only one exit? Or is these two doors though?
Yeah.
And this guy up here can see us.
Yeah. You get the vibe that he always like he's keeping track of you, but he's not necessarily paying super close attention to you.
Can I make an inside check on him to see if he noticed anything?
Wait, this guy all the way up to the north?
Uh huh.
Oh, he's in a different building.
Oh, just kidding. Just kidding.
Yeah,
That's in his stables.
Just making sure I didn't need to go get somebody. I'm gonna. These are the only two in and out of this building that I know of, correct?
Yeah.
I'm gonna come stand. Oh, hold on, I clicked the wrong button. I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come stand in between the doors. Just kind of lean up on it.
Uh-huh.
And he's not looking for my rapier anymore, is he?
Oh no, he got that and he gave that to you while you were standing there.
Oh, cool. Like I don't even have to buy it. It's just mine.
No, it's on loan.
Oh, okay, cool. Lit. I got a rapier.
Okay. Well, Yeet, Kai, anything else you need?
I think
You have any nets?
Any what?
Nets.
He goes to another one of the chests on the far end and he grabs one and he gives you a simple fisher's net.
Oh yes.
Thank you, sir.
Of course.
I guess that's all we need.
Well, I do want to stress that these are on loan, and we expect this to be back.
Fair enough. Question for you.
Okay.
Those collars that they had them wear, where would you supply those? I couldn't help but think that they'd be amazing in some of my business.
Well, what kind of business are you in?
Uh, Sometimes in the business of keeping people where they need to be.
Interesting. Well, I'm not quite sure, in all honesty. We've had them for what feels like centuries.
Interesting. It's an interesting one. I might have to look into it in the future. I'll talk to Commander and see if we can get our hands on one of those. It might be helpful for me.
Okay. So I get Kai, you're doing an insight check on that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, he totally knows where they are and what they're from.
And he said he didn't.
Yeah, he said that he's not sure where they came from, and it feels like they've had them for centuries.
I'm gonna kind of slowly walk around, um, and just kind of be like, "Are you sure?"
Of course. Why?
I feel like you might know.
You must be mistaken.
Let's
It's
see.
all good.
I'm gonna pull out. Does he look like somebody who is? I guess. Did we get the impression that this guy is like the biggest rule follower in the world, or did we get the impression that this guy like what? Like I'm debating on like bribing him. Like
And then this
would I
is
actually
all.
get the vibe that he's gonna like go tattle on me if I bribe him, or
He is for sure a pencil pusher.
Yeah, he's a rule follower.
Oh, absolutely, dude.
Hey, quick question.
Uh huh.
So, with my reading ability, as I lack uh, role play thought to like create the words that he would come up with, is there any way that I could do some kind of roll to find out whether he can uh, subconsciously read it? Like the not right now. I'm just saying in general.
So, what we could just say is that he does subconsciously read it, and we could have you do a history check with disadvantage to see if he can actually recall it.
Okay,
Do you
just
want?
whenever I want to try to read it or
Yeah.
whatever. Okay,
Is that
I'm. Well, do I have one of the colors, or am I just? You're talking about like right now. I'm thinking,
no?
and
Yeah.
I could
So,
do
like
it.
in the session, like if your character has like the language and can read it, we'll say that yes, you can. But when it comes to your character actually being able to recall that information, I'll make you do a check for that.
Okay.
And if you want it to be like he almost never is able to remember it, we'll do it at triple disadvantage or something like that.
No, I would say he can because that was the whole thing is he can't actively read, but he can subconsciously remember that he read it and know what it meant.
Yeah.
So I guess it
he
would be however you want to decide that on a roll, like how he would yes or no remember it.
I think I'll just have you do disadvantage and we'll just call it a day.
Okay.
Because,
the,
what? Go ahead.
did the armorer like willfully hand me back the collar that I had?
Um, the original one that you had.
Mm-hmm. Like the
Um,
one that we found.
yeah, the one that you found appears to be missing.
Okay, then I'm gonna ask about it.
Okay. So, yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna say so. I had found a collar. I don't remember if it was the same kind of collar or not. Couldn't tell. But I seem to be missing my collar.
What do you mean?
I mean that I am missing my collar.
I don't think I understand. What? I took your collar off.
I had one when I was captured.
No, then that would have meant that you would have been already one of us.
No, I found this one out on the ground. So it was. I guess it was. There's only one kind of collar it could have been.
Yeah, it would have had to have been.
Could I have it back?
I don't know. Well, because you didn't come in with one.
In my bag, I did.
No, you couldn't have. Because when you were searched, there wasn't one to begin with.
Insight.
Insight. Yeah, no, you're not sure about that one. 17.
Oh, wait, why am I doing an insight? I freaking know that I had it. What am I doing? Okay.
Or actually, can I do a check for remembrance of the reading the collar now?
Sure, go ahead.
And what is that? I do a history.
Yeah, just give me a history check and then do it
Well,
twice.
that ain't working. Didn't remember that one.
Nope, you didn't. Sorry, buddy.
I'm gonna kind of like sit down next to him. I'm like not being threatening at all, but I'm gonna be like, oh goodness, a nat one. Um, can I please have it back? I have a couple of gold coins. I could buy it back if I need to.
He
Sorry.
says, "I'm sorry, sir, but I genuinely have no idea what you're meaning."
I'm gonna stand up, and I'm not being gentle anymore. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna just like, he's a liar. Let's go. And then I'm gonna start walking out to. I'm gonna walk over with this, and I'm just gonna like kind of like pouty faced kid stare at him the whole time, like I'm on to you. And I'm even gonna do like the finger eyeballs, like I'm watching you as I'm walking by.
Did
He's
he
just,
pick your pocket?
I don't know. I was frozen in time, but they definitely didn't give it back.
Oh, so we have a thief on our hands.
are you
What's
saying
so
this in front
important
of
about
him?
a collar that says "boss bitch" on it?
Are you saying this in front of him, by the way, or have you left
Yeah.
the...
Yeah, oh, if you didn't know my character's background, so he can't read. Obviously, you heard that part. He can read, but he doesn't. He can't actively read, but he doesn't want anybody to know, so he just makes up what it says. To He just makes something up whenever he can't read it.
Well, that's quite an interesting one. I I guess Commander likes to make sure that people know who's in charge. It's a crazy one.
All right, and then as we're leaving and walking down the hall, I'm gonna be like, "Y'all stole from me. The guy in the armor, he stole from me. He's a liar." And I'm just like gonna be like repeating that over and over. Like everybody I see, like you guys are liars.
Well, so as a matter of fact, I'll just so we're clear on this, most of the buildings, most of the places that revolve around the Snowfrost soldiers aren't near each other. They're spread out across town. So like this is a completely separate area than
The other area.
than all the other areas. Yeah.
Okay. Well, don't worry. We'll get it back next time. He's pretty easy.
Kai, you're being called the gaslight expert by chat.
Yeah. We'll get it back.
All right.
As we're walking out, Yeet obviously knows that Kai is kind of upset about it, and so I take his rack there and I just kind of dishevel all the items since I know he's OCD,
I can't freaking. There we go.
That's funny.
and I walk out.
Okay.
Oh.
So, all right, where are y'all going?
I'm gonna look at him and I'm gonna be like, he stole from me.
You look at Fark.
Mm-hmm.
What?
He stole from me.
Why would he steal anything from you?
I don't know. You tell me.
Uh,
You think you could get it back from me sometime? later?
Yeah, whatever. What was stolen?
I had a collar with me before we got captured, and he kept it.
No, you
It
didn't.
said
And it
boss
gets
bitch on
humans
it.
a lot. What do you say?
You didn't have a collar on you.
Oh, he's a liar too. They're all liars. And then I'm just gonna, like, cross
When he
my
says-
arms and
When he
pout.
says that he didn't have a collar on him too, I want to insight that.
Okay. You want to make the roll? Cole, come on, man.
Our rolls are bad on that right now.
You need to do better.
Oh, can I make an insight just to see if he actually knows that I didn't, or that because I did, but
Okay,
can I
knows that you didn't. Give me more descriptions.
can I say I'm looking to see because I know that I actually did have one, and I just want to know if they actually believe that
you
I
have
did not
one?
have one, or if they're in on it.
Yeah, with the natural 20, you get the vibe that they're hiding that for some reason.
Oh, these guys. I'm gonna get that back one way or the
I'm
other.
sorry. I think I told you back whenever we were talking about this campaign that these weren't exactly honorable people. I don't know why this is confusing to you.
Reminder, they're frequenters to night howlers.
Yeah.
No, but Kai thinks that we're like good people. He doesn't
Oh,
know
right.
that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he's like he just thinks that these guys are buttholes and that Luther's a great guy and that they're all fibbers and I don't know what their deal is.
And Yeats just along for the ride. He liked the pretty lights in the casino.
I don't worry. We'll get them back. They don't know that every time they gamble, they lose their gold, and, well, that's how it pays you. And I say this just loud enough for Fark to hear.
Wait, what? Huh? What? And that's where we'll cut. Where are you going?
I guess we're going. I guess I look at Fark and go, okay, Fark. Where did your guy said north of the wall? Where are we going?
Oh, I don't know. We gotta go talk to the boss first about it. I don't know.
Oh, we have to go back to Commander?
Actually, no. Hold on. Let me make sure that I get this right. Because I think that's the wrong person. Oh, yeah. Okay. You, he says, yeah, I'm gonna have to go into the market real quick to take care of something and go see somebody. And then he'll be able to tell us. I think he's there picking up groceries.
Okay, well, we'll follow you.
And then he ends up pulling you guys, and now welcome to the market. Oh, where's the map? Why is there no map? There it is. Okay. I wasn't stressing out about that.
I was like, I see a map.
Yeah.
Alright, so put us where we're at, and I'll get an idea.
You came in from down south.
Okay.
Give me a second to get these guys on the board. There's Fark. And then there is a very familiar half-giant Goliath figure talking to somebody.
Is that the Kratos from the bar?
That from the fight that nearly that you guys beat? Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's where we saw him from.
I'm gonna be like, wait, how did we knock him out again? Can I roll a history to remember? I can't remember how we knocked him out.
I'll tell you. It's that you got him down to 0 HP. And so he went
I'm
unconscious.
gonna be like, I thought we killed that guy.
Well, there was a few other things that happened after you guys were taken, and he was brought back.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna be watching him, and I'm gonna lean over to is Cole's character still with? Oh, there he is. I'm gonna lean over to Luther, and I'm gonna be like, he's the one who took our candy.
Perfect. So, question: general knowledge of this city, Ryan. Would Luther know the connection of these marketeers with the Snowfrost soldiers? Is it that they work for them? Is it separate? Kind of what is it?
These are, well, in general, these are just people. They go about their life.
So let me ask a little bit deeper. If somebody steals from one of these marketeers, Are they in trouble, or did they get off with it because they're technically Snowfrost?
Uh,
Like if a Snowfrost soldier were to steal from them,
Who did they tell?
generally, no. They have to do what's right and what's honorable.
the Snowfrost soldier does.
The only
That's us
time
right
they're
now.
allowed to do less than honorable things is around you and your comings and goings with the Night Howlers at Night
Ah,
Howlers.
oh, okay. So they can, when they go to Night Howlers, they can do what they want.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna let it continue on, and I'll get back to you in a second.
Oh, no, I'm terrified now. You see, Fark seems to know exactly where he's going, and he walks over and begins to talk to the half giant, the Goliath, and he starts talking, and you get to learn that his name is Par Lindo.
Arlindo.
And one of the things that's very recognizable about this guy is that he carries around with him a great sword that is almost the size of Yeet. And it is bright blue with some sort of magic. The actual blade is.
Okay.
And he's talking and he says, well, I'm not sure, but it looks like that you're going to be sent north to go to where we normally induct, where we induct our members, and you will take care of some Jakarans there. Give me a history check on Jakarans.
Okay.
So,
Rolls are low.
For some reason, all of my NPCs, their names were like, most of their names were not kept, which I don't know how that could happen. But anyways, 8. Yeah, Jakarans are people north of the wall. 10. Jakarans are bad people north of the wall. 17. Jakarans are they're the people that normally live close to the wall and attack the wall to raid towns and villages south of the wall. They're the main antagonist of the Snowfrost soldiers.
Okay.
Um,
On a separate note,
sure.
looking at this guy's little marketplace right here,
Uh-huh.
um, do I recognize any goods that would be indescribably his?
Oh, yeah.
Meaning you know that they belong to this guy.
So, specifically, not his wares, but his personal items?
Okay.
Is that what you're asking?
No, his wares.
Okay.
Like
So,
you know that they would come from his shop.
he sells this entire, like, little semicircle. Is semicircle? Yeah. He sells spells, tomes, and books.
Okay.
And there's dozens of them littered around.
What is he doing right now, the Arthur guy?
He is smoking a pipe, and he's just watching everybody.
Because my thought. Okay, so here's my thought. I'm gonna kind of do this, and then I'm going to allow my character to look for a moment that can do this.
Okay.
I got that.
The Thieves Guild induction, where we place, like Skyrim, you place a ring on a dude, and then everybody says like he's the guy that's guilty.
Okay.
I don't want Fark going on this mission with us,
Okay.
and so I want to place stolen goods on Fark, and then call him out on it.
Oh my god. All right.
For fun.
I need to think about that for a second. What are the rest of you doing?
Well, I was gonna ask, is there a food stand?
Yeah, there's a food stand to the very far north.
Okay, but you're not gonna like what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna do it here in a second.
I'm terrified.
Well, I'm going because I remember I can see like a mile away.
Mm-hmm.
So I can probably pick out what foods are over there. Is there any beef?
Uh, what does he sell? Let me think. Where is his thing? Yes, Ryan. Good character development. He's a chef. Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna go really dramatically. It's probably gonna look really weird, and I'm going to. How far away is it?
He's all the way up here at the top. He's a furbolg up there.
Where? Why won't it let me measure?
All the way up here.
Hmm.
It's not letting me pull out my ruler. Um,
What do you need? What do you need measured?
I was gonna. Am I 70 feet from it?
Uh,
I'm going to haul butt over there,
probably. Yeah.
close to. Well, I'm just gonna as soon as I go, I'm just gonna like zoom fly over there as fast as I can,
Does that
and
catch people's attention when he does?
Yes.
I'm gonna use that.
Yeah. Okay.
um and
I figured.
I'm gonna be like, "You have beef."
Uh, so Gary, the very kind and nice furbolg, sees a giant Aarakocra land in front of him and is a little startled, to be honest. And then he hears this screech out of this birdman. That, by the way, the rest of you hear, and he's like, uh, uh, yes.
I'm just gonna how expensive is beef generally? Like, what would I expect it to cost?
It's not a whole lot. It depends on how much you want. It's in the silver range.
What if I wanted? Let's see, how much could Kai eat? He could
By the
eat
way,
like
it's salted beef,
oh,
so
yeah.
that you can store it for
Um, how much would 10 pounds of it cost?
10 pounds. A gold and a half.
Oh, baby. I'm just gonna put down 2 gold. And I'm just gonna be like, uh, I'll take 10 pounds, please.
And he trades you back the 5 silver, and he gives you the 10, and he says, is there anything else, sir?
What else does he have at his stand?
He's got all sorts of most of what he sells is like pastries and berries, but he does have a little selection of meats that you get that he probably bought from somebody else, and then he prepared.
Okay. I guess I'm just gonna kind of talk with him really like dramatically for a second, and I'm gonna take out a pound of that meat, and I'm gonna be absolutely munching on it while we're talking.
Yeah. Okay. You are having a conversation, and is there anywhere you want the conversation to go?
Um, I'm just gonna kind of generally let's see,
If you want, I
ask what
can
he knows about the.
go
Oh,
ahead.
it didn't have to be anything specific. I don't know.
No, it's
We're
fine.
just talking about meat.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're talking about meats, and he describes how he like see, seasons it, how he prepares it, how he takes it straight from the carcass that he buys to table ready to sell. So, all right.
Um, yeah.
Fr-
I'll come back
From
to you.
from our previous battle with
Hmm.
old Kratos looking dude, do we remember, or this is actually in general, like when characters have spells cast on them, such as the fear and stuff like that? Do we know 100% what it is that, like, obviously I was feared, so I can't move it. Like, is that something the character would realize that was cast on them? Does that make
Uh,
sense?
so it's not that it was fear that was cast on him. He used like a special ability that
Okay.
caused it to happen, but you you know the source of it. You don't always know the spell of it.
Okay.
There's
Where I was, I guess this is just for my general knowledge, I guess, but where I was going with that is so since Yeet has never really experienced a lot of battle,
mhm.
he knows that he was, I guess, feared in a sense. Like I would assume that he knows that from the battle, and so as Yeet is wanting to know how to overcome that with either a potion he can take or an enchantment that he can get, so that next time he's ever in battle, he doesn't get fear again. Is that possible,
Um,
or
give
does that
me.
even make sense?
It makes
Yeah.
sense. Give me an investigation check to see if you can find somebody that sells something like that.
Investigation. Oh, this ain't gonna be good.
13. That's not terrible. Okay. You are. I'll assume that you're wandering around the market area, and you
Hmm.
eventually come across a subject to the very far north named Nick. And you get the vibe that he's not exactly the most legal of salesmen when it comes to his goods.
Oh, okay. All right. Excuse me, sir.
Well, hi there. How are you?
I've been better.
Well, what's
What do
your
you?
ailment, sir?
Uh, do you sell? I'm sorry. Hold on. You said he's would like a potion, or do I know what I'm looking for, or just in
Because
general, like?
so in general, you're not sure of what could solve that,
Okay.
but you generally guess that there's probably some arcane or potion effect that might be able to
Okay.
make that happen. You're not entirely sure if this guy sells something like that, but you get a vibe that he's might be where you need to go.
Okay. Um, I was wondering if you might be able to assist me in acquiring an item
Well,
of uh, a certain nature.
I got all sorts of stuff that you might want.
Do you have anything that can prevent me being afraid to fight somebody?
Hold on, quick Google search. And well, there's certainly some stuff that can happen. I have in my possession a couple of things that might be able to do that for you. You're talking about when you get scared on the battlefield, or, doing, I guess, whatever you do, and you need a little bit more pep in your step to make that go away.
Exactly.
Well, I have in my possession something that might be able to do that. I have one time use a little piece of paper that has a little bit of a tome, I guess is what I should say. That if you do, it will cast heroism and it'll make you a little bit. It'll make you end up being brave and you'll no longer be scared of things. But that I can't guarantee that it'll stay for that long.
Okay. And how does that work?
Well, like with any tome, you read it and then the spell is gone away. And you can't. It's a one use sort of thing. But I guarantee you, it will take away your fear. You just have to
How
have
much?
somebody read it.
Somebody else has to read it, or I have to read it?
Well, normally, I'd say that somebody else has to read it, but because I'm just that good with magic, if you read it and then put your hand on yourself, you'll get that spell effect, buddy.
Can you tell me actually what it says?
Yeah, sure. So a willing creature you touch is imbued with bravery. Until the spell ends, the creature is immune to being frightened and gains temporary hit points equal to your spell casting ability modifier at the start of each of its turns.
I guess actually I was meaning in character. Like, can he? I'm asking him. Can he tell me what it actually says, or does that cast it?
Because he can't read.
Yeah, I can't read, so I'm trying to play it off that I can't
Oh,
read.
I thought that was an out of character thing. Okay,
Okay, no, I'm sorry.
no big deal. So what ends up happening is he says, "Well, someone has to read it. It can either be you or somebody else, but no matter what, they gotta tap you and touch you, and then you'll be imbued with everything that makes a hero a hero."
How much is it?
He leans back against his stall and he looks and he thinks for a second. He says, "Well, what you thinking?"
Can I check to see what his or unless it's just known by I'm looking at him, so I want to see, like, size him up. Like,
Mm-hmm.
is he small, large, intimidating, uh whatever?
Okay, give me an insight check or a perception check. It's your choice, one of the two.
Oh man. Eeny meeny.
Perception is
My
going to
name.
tell you more about physical, and insight is going to give you more of a like inward.
Oh,
But it's okay.
I hit persuasion instead of perception.
It's okay.
Can I take the persuasion?
No, no, you can't. Uh, Perception. You get the vibe that this guy is a smaller dude, but he packs some spells behind him.
um I guess being new, Yeet wouldn't even know where to begin to price this item. Um, so I'm gonna say 1 gold.
1 gold. Are you expecting me to take a living off of that, my friend? I'd be willing to part with that for. Give me a persuasion check. Now I want the persuasion check.
And now it's gonna be low.
Yeah, that's how that works. Oh, it's 14. That's not too bad, man. Um, he says, "You don't seem like the type that normally would go into spells, so I'd be willing to part with it for, say, 15 gold."
15 gold.
Yes, sir. 15.
Can I see Yeet right now? I know that I can, but like, can I roll perception to see if I notice him?
I'll say yeah.
As I said 15 gold, I kind of puff my chest to slightly try to intimidate him.
Okay, yeah, give me an intimidation.
And I even had a freaking
+5. Yeah. That's okay. Sometimes that happens.
yeah.
Um, you get the vibe that he's not exactly afraid of you.
Come on, you can do a little better than that.
The lowest I'm willing to part with it is 12, but a man's got to make a living, y'all. And who is
I'm
this?
gonna,
This bird fellow walking up here.
I'm just gonna look over at Yeet and say, "How much do you have?"
I only have 8 gold.
And what did he say? He'd part with it for 12.
12
Oh, I
gold.
mean, are you asking in character or just
Yeah,
in?
in character.
Okay, yeah, in character. I just told you I had 8 gold.
I'm gonna say, and you said it was 12 to the guy.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna pull out 4 gold and give it to Yeet.
All right. I'll be willing to part with that. And he takes the 12 gold, so 4 from Kai, 8 from Yeet, leaving Yeet penniless. And he hands you a scroll that's bound. Now, like I said, you have to have somebody that reads this and speaks it aloud. Then the scroll is going to be, it's going to turn to ash, and whoever wants to get this power, they need to touch the person. It doesn't matter if that's the same caster or somebody else.
And then is it in? I'm sorry, you may have said this. Is it in a language we can read?
Oh, it's in common.
Okay.
I write it in what everybody can read. I'm not gonna try to cheap out my customers.
I'm gonna
Alright.
look at them and say, "What do you have for 4 gold?"
For 4 gold, I got my I got a little bit of my time. That's about it.
Can I see anything valuable over here?
Yeah, there's
Nothing.
so many things. There's a lot of illegal things that you think that if somebody were to actually see, yeah, this is not. This is, oh boy.
Um, so I can tell that they're illegal.
Uh, you get the vibe that it's not. This isn't exactly the most legal of stalls.
Okay, and is it kind of hidden away?
Yeah, it's totally in the back corner. There are soldiers walking around out here, but
Okay, I'm gonna look. Do I know her? Is it a guy or a girl?
this is a guy.
Do I know him?
Uh,
Didn't work for my boss.
he doesn't work for him now.
I'm gonna look around, kind of look at the guards. I'm gonna look at the table. I'm gonna go really loud. What's that?
And give me a performance check. Oh no. Well, to me, that looks like somebody trying to steal something. So, if you don't want me to alert the guards, I suggest you both move on.
And I know that they're illegal. Like I know
You get the
this
vibe.
man is looking at me and he's threatening me to call the guards, and I know that he has something illegal.
Yeah, he's totally got things that are illegal.
What's my intelligence at?
That's the question. You're
Let's see.
barbarians.
Oh, it's at a 10. That's even Steven. I think he probably can figure it out. Let's see. Um. Hmm.
I'm preparing guards for this interaction. All
Oh,
right.
this could be fun.
I'm just gonna kind of lean back, and I'm gonna be like, 4 gold.
4 gold for what?
You tell me.
Fine. Guards. And he calls out. And you see two guys. They end up coming. They wander their way over. And they end up getting here. And one of them looks at the three of you and he says to Nick, well, how? Is there a problem here, sir? Well, it looks like these fellows there might be trying to steal something from my stall.
And I'm gonna look over at the guard, and I'm gonna say, actually, I was inquiring about these right here. And I'm gonna point at the most illegal thing that I can see.
Give me... No, I won't make you do a check for that. He looks at it and he sees, oh yeah, that's some devil's root right there. Sure. What's wrong about it?
Is this a guard?
Yeah, this is a guard. This is a Snowfrost soldier. Yeah.
I'm gonna say, is this allowed to be sold here?
Technically, no. But I'm not gonna do nothing about it. This man, he gets me some good stuff.
I'm gonna fly up like 10 feet and say, they're just liars.
Oh, you cut out. What did you say?
I'm just gonna yell, they're all liars.
All right, so while he does that, I'm
Yes.
sure flying up and yelling they're all liars really loud like that draws some attention. Am I correct?
So, all right. What we're gonna say is that I'm gonna resume with you, Luthor, and you see that Kai immediately flies away to go talk to Gary, and you see Yeet also starts to peel off so that he can look through the stalls.
Okay. I'm gonna just kind of be looking through the stall here,
Uh-huh.
but I'm standing near this stall.
Sure.
And anytime that any of them made a loud noise or anything that draws everybody's attention,
Yeah.
okay, Mage Hand Legendary mixed with Telekinetic, I am taking something from this stall and placing it on Fark.
Okay. I
He's gonna be
need.
burdened with.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, but there was 3 call-outs really. It was him
Yeah.
flying over, landing, calling the guards, and then calling everybody liars.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm gonna make that be 6 checks, 1 to take it and 1 to put it on. Is that fair?
6 checks?
6
I mean 2 checks.
2 checks
Two-
for each thing.
No. I'm only doing it for one item, but I'm doing it for one of the better items. I'm doing it for one item. All I
Oh,
need
I
is just.
misunderstood. I thought you were taking like individual items for each of the events.
You know what? Let's see how the first one goes, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay. So give me 2 checks. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
Okay.
what you do is you take a pretty powerful looking book with some like dark necromantic symbols on it, which probably shouldn't be here, but you know this is we're in kind of like a black market, regular market, who knows? And so you're able to put it in to his bag on his back with ease.
Okay. Next time, I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do another item.
Okay.
So 2 more checks.
Yep. Okay,
You're a
because
little.
it got a 15, I feel like I have to roll for that.
Yeah, that one's a little lower.
And I'll make it to where you guys can see. Nobody notices.
Okay. I'm gonna stop there.
Mm-hmm.
And when he yells they're all liars, I'm gonna give it a couple minutes, and I'm gonna all of a sudden just go, thief! That man is a thief. I watched him steal 2 different books during that conversation with that Goliath, and I'm pointing at Fark.
Okay. I guess persuasion. Yeah.
Persuasion or deception?
Well, I mean, all right, deception. Okay. I should. Okay.
They're both plus 12.
Yep. By the way, this is what happens, Miles, whenever you are able to make a really good character.
Man is a thief. He stole from that man. I saw him take 2 books.
I didn't take anything. What do you mean? You see,
Empty your pockets. Let me see.
Parr looks at him and says, "Fark, did you steal something again?" "I didn't steal anything. I would never steal anything." "If he stole something from me, I'd like to have that back," Arthur says. And Fark says, "You know what? you know what? Sure." And he takes off his bag and he starts to look through it, and he doesn't seem to find anything. He appears like he says, "There's nothing in here, nothing but my normal gear."
Somebody take the bag from him. That man's already told me he's a liar before.
And then
Please look through it for him.
Parr takes the bag and like Fark holds onto it for a second, but because Parr is able to rip it so quickly up, Fark is like holds onto it for a second and has to fall to the ground with a grunt. And then Parr is looking through it, and he like sees the 2. He clearly, Luthor, you're able to tell he sees the 2 books. And he pulls out 1 book, and he gives it to Arthur, and it's like, "Here you go." And then
And
he
where's
reaches
the
back
other? Why would I
in.
be half?
He reached in and he looked around more and he says, "I think that's it. I don't see anything else."
Why would I be half a liar there, Parr? Why don't you go ahead and show the man the truth and give him both the books rather than trying to, scandal the man? What was the color of the book that I know he didn't give?
So I'll say he didn't give the necromantic tome.
Yeah, that the one that I believe had skulls on it and was black.
Pard, if he stole one of my most valuable books, I need that back. All right, fine. And he pulls the book out and he gives it to you. Fark.
Look, Paul, I don't know much about you, but I can't travel with a thief.
I agree. So Fark, I'm gonna send you back, and I'll be the one that'll stay with them.
Crap, he's beefy too.
I would probably rather have Par than Fark, though.
Yeah, so I was thinking about the campaign, right? And I'm not mad about Fark being gone at all, because that's an annoying voice to do. Uh, but I was like, I would love to see every interaction between Fark and Luthor.
Oh, no, it was going to be like that the whole time. I was going to constantly. So, me wanting to get the collars was I wanted to place a collar on Fark as we left the town.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I knew.
100%. It was not happening.
But then Fark grumbles, like, Par gives Fark the bag back and he says, "Go back, talk to the commander, let him know what happened." He says, "Fine, fine. I didn't even steal it in the first place. It was in your bag. I didn't steal it." and he goes away. But now you're stuck with Par, which might be worse.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Are
So
we
far-
still up here dealing with our stuff, or are we done up
At
here?
this point, you see, they're all liars.
When I land, is the bag within my reach
What bag?
of the drugs?
You land, and yeah, it's probably within your reach.
And the guard said that, but he indicated to me that he likes that stuff, basically.
Yeah.
I have talons, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab it and I'm gonna intentionally puncture it. I'm gonna kind of like toss it over to the guard and be like, "Well, since you like it so much, you can have it." And then I'm gonna start walking away. But I want it to be like pouring out over the floor.
So in
when-
fact, devil's root is not a powder. It is a branch. It is like a root.
Oh.
So he just hands it right
Can
back
I
to Nick.
rip the bag and toss the contents at him?
Okay, you rip it, and then it falls onto the ground, and it empties out. And then both of the guards help pick it up as Nick doesn't take his eyes off of either one of you. And he says, "I think it's best if you both go now, or I will take care of you."
I'd be very interested to know where he gets that supply from.
I don't know.
Who knows?
I'm gonna
I know, right?
venture to say it
Find
might
out.
be ours.
I'm gonna kind of like, and then walk away.
Okay. Yeah.
I guess I'll follow with him.
The guard leaves space for you guys to get past. And yeah, Par starts talking.
And I'm not gonna walk. I'm gonna fly over them, just
just to be dramatic.
because I don't want. Yeah, just be dramatic.
Yeah, nice. You guys rejoin the group, and if you want to talk, I'll give you a second to talk.
So, Par, where are we going?
Well, we're going north. Like I was talking to Fark, we're going to the normal place where we induct our members in the final ceremony. After that, it appears as though the statue of one of our gods, our main god, the god of war, the statue was defiled, apparently, by them, and we're going to find whoever did it, and we're going to kill them.
Sounds easy enough.
It should be. I would expect that much from Luthor, the devil of Radek himself.
So you know me.
I had a little run-in back in the day with one of your old associates. He's dead now.
One of my old associates. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. A lion.
But,
A leonin, sorry.
oh, a Leon. You said he's dead?
As far as I know.
Were you at the hand of that death?
No, but I was the one who helped bring him to his execution. I didn't stay. I had to be called away.
How long ago was that?
4 years ago now?
Interesting.
I was on loan at... Give me a second. Let me get the town up. I was in Bashkina, a town to the west, for a snowfrost business. And, well, they needed a little bit of help.
Fair enough. I don't blame you for that one. I was just wondering how much you knew about the man. I only had a couple of run-ins with him here and there.
I don't remember much. His name started with possibly a D. Maybe it was a B. Could have been a G. I don't know.
Fair enough.
No.
Yeah.
Would you like to head north?
I guess so. What do we need?
Well, oh shit. Fark took all the food.
Well, that might be handy.
Yeah. Alright. We'll stop by, we'll grab the food, and we'll head up.
As he says that, I'm just gonna like be munching on another pound of beef. Like, good idea, good idea.
Nice.
Man, how do you keep up with Fark? He's quite a liar. Seems like he steals quite often.
A lot of us are liars. A lot of us are stealers. A lot of us are, well, not good.
I've been around y'all long enough. Remember, Night Howlers operates.
Well, I don't remember exactly what Fark got stuck up with that made him join, but he's from another country down in Perugia somewhere. And
Fair enough.
he was part of some tribe out there.
Ah, yeah.
Are we walking away as we talk?
Yeah, I'll say we're walking away and just...
Can I make like a history check on that?
Yeah, history check. Yeah, so we're walking away. We're going towards the barracks to get the stuff. I don't have a map for that. So,
Okay.
because the place he stays at is different from where you are, because you were kept in the recruit
Yeah.
barracks. A 19 sounds like possibly Rallo. Explain to me why you would know what exact tribe there. Why you would
I
know
don't
what
think I
tribe it
would.
is.
I would just know that Rallo is a very tribal city down in or tribal country down in Perugia. Not that I would know the exact tribe he's from.
Yeah.
And I don't think I would know the tribe. I think I would just know that Rallo is a tribal down there. And so my response is going to be, any chance that the name of it's Rallo?
Oh, that sounds about right. Yeah.
It's a horrific country.
Well, can't be too much worse than the north.
I hear it could be quite crazy. A barbarian king or something like that. It's quite crazy.
Well, then, I guess it's not like what's up north. It's a little bit better, because there ain't no rulers up there.
Possible. He comes from a hard place, though, from what I know.
No. And, alright, this is the last chance. Is there anything people want to do before we move on?
I don't know that I can do a whole lot with 4 gold. But
So what tribe was he a part of?
Let me get that up for a second, because I got
Probably be a Grim Shadow, right?
He was part of the Frost Wolf.
Oh, he's a Frost Wolf. Okay,
Yeah,
perfect.
that's other part of the lore for you too. That's completely elsewhere. The area of the world that he's referencing is, I'm gonna bring you back to the world map, and it is so this area over here is Parigi, north of the big green country. Not the
Yeah.
islands up north, but this area right here. And we're talking about that red country, that bright red country in the center.
Yeah.
So, and you're in that bright blue one over there, up to the north.
Yep.
Just to give you both of you a little bit of context, because I know neither one of you know the lore like either of us. So,
Okay.
I wrote Rallo. Like literally, I wrote the whole thing into his world through a different campaign. So, yeah, that's why that makes that interesting.
Okay.
so you are departing and you head north. You go past the walls that stand about 20 feet high, made of entirely of wood and a little bit of stone. You head north and north, and I will draw this out for you. I don't think I actually set this map for distance. No, I did not. We're going to change that really quickly.
While you do that, I'm gonna run and grab dinner real quick.
Yep.
I don't have to heat it up or anything.
So that is, yeah, because that's 32 miles. That's not right. So one cell is, yeah, about 500. We'll do that. Just so that you guys have a reference of how far and how many days this will end up being. Because, yeah, there we go. That's better. All right. Do you want to take a break? Does anybody need to go to the bathroom?
I'm all right at the moment.
Yeah, we'll make this be an official break because I need to. So,
Okay. I'll grab another beverage.
All right, I'm back.
I'm excited.
Mhm.
Well, Cole, if we end up getting into a fight and this
Stand
dude
at the
is
front
on
and you'll be
in,
fine.
huh?
Stand at the front and y'all will be fine.
howdy.
I'm gonna let that our companion stand up at the front. That dude took so many dang hits.
Yeah, I need to remember what his character sheet is now because I don't have that up. What his monster
He
was.
was, bro, was chonky.
I think I made him be
So,
a. Oh, what is it called? Be.
He was multi-attacking the. He hit me for like. It was I had it because I was rage, but he hit me for like over 100 damage. So he ended up doing like 55 damage in one hit at one point.
Yeah, I'm gonna quickly find that monster sheet because I might need that soon.
So what's funny, y'all allow or us going up to level 10. I was able to pick up Spirit Guardians and Aura Vitality, Chris.
I'll bet. Bet. So
So
Miles,
just
that
and
those spells
I'll
that
be
he's
fine.
talking about, he can stand in like in the middle of us and use a bonus action to like heal people. And then Spirit Guardian, like if anybody that like ends their or like I don't remember if it's
Enter it.
moves
Anybody
through or
that
ends
enters
their
it.
turn.
If you just move through it or enter it.
Right, yeah. If they're like within what 15 feet or something, they get slashed by angels. So it's a pretty chunky. There's some good cleric spells.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even remember what it was called. That's the problem. Cole, it had the art of it was a humanoid monster. It had a sword and armor on. It was like it started with a B, I think, but
What's CR?
it was like an 8, I think.
Did it have magic or was it all just straight
It had some magic, I think.
magic? Humanoid CR8. Um,
Wasn't like a thief captain or whatever it is, was it?
No, it was something with a little bit more than that. Because I've used this character sheet, this monster sheet before, as like a pretty generic one. Oh no.
I'm not sure.
It was like a.
You sure it was CR8?
Is it a blackguard?
Blackguard, probably.
Is that what it was?
Mm-hmm. They're paladins. They're like a dark paladin.
Ah, yeah, that was it. We got it.
They're beefy as heck.
CR. Yeah, CR8.
Yeah.
So that's his character. That's his monster sheet. But yeah, we've got everybody back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm here. Is Miles, you here?
Miles is not here.
See if is he on the call still?
Yeah, he's in the call. There we go. That's it.
His little thing's twitching. He might be trying to talk.
Miles.
Like the circle around his. Yeah, he's trying to talk. It looks like.
Miles, talk to me. Miles. We can't hear you.
Well, you might if you can hear us, Miles, you may hop out of the call and then hop back in.
Yep, that's the journey you're taking this campaign. There you go. Perfect. No, definitely not. I don't know. That's up to y'all. He might
I'm
be still
down.
getting his drink, like he said. Didn't he say he was going to get something?
I don't even know.
That was earlier, wasn't it?
His
No.
the little circle around his
Yeah, but that
Hang on,
could be just
Discord.
picking up like ambient noise. That's the problem.
That's true.
Oh, I just heard him. It's real quiet. Hold on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
ambient noise.
yeah, he's in a different room. That's what it is.
Okay. Let's see.
I'm back. Sorry.
Hey, there we go. So you missed out on the entire campaign. Your character
Oh man,
died.
dang! Did he ever learn to read?
No.
On his deathbed, he remembered I can read, and and then he died.
Yeah. So, all right. You ready?
I am ready.
Mm-hmm.
We head slightly north, just a few hundred miles away. About 800 to 900 miles away, I'll say. And that's about 2 days out.
2 days? 880 miles in 2 days?
Are we walking?
You have horses because this is official
Oh, okay.
business.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
They're still fast? Holy cow.
All right, hold on. Then we'll change it then.
California Gallop.
This is the where's my thing?
Especially with this horse with this big fat orc on it.
Let's say travel.
Oh no, I have the eagle. I was about to say. Can't remember.
Travel.
I had the whatever it was. I'd be able to make us travel faster. But
Don't have it. Where it happened to my thing? I had like rules set for travel distance
Were they
somewhere.
normal D&D rules?
And I had modified it just a little bit.
You made the horse better?
Yeah. I made the horse and I made every stat better. Miscellaneous. I swear it was here. calendar.
I'm just thinking that's 400 miles a day for horses.
Movement 5e. No, travel distance 5e. Travel distance. 5e.
Travel pace. Try that.
Yeah. That's right. Okay, yeah. So what I had made it is that traveling at the normal speed is 30 miles per day. That is on feet. On foot.
Walking.
Travel pace and effects. Mounted vehicles. Is it wait? Yeah, whatever. So we'll say that you're able to move. Yeah, never mind. Cole, we're gonna. Yeah, that's not 2 days.
I'm just
So,
sitting here going, that's 400 miles a day for a horse.
we're gonna say that you don't go 800 miles. You just go a little north. You go like 400 miles or something like that.
Okay.
Honestly, do I even make it be that? Because that's still pretty far away in reality. You go north. Yeah, you go about 270 miles, which ends up being about, we'll say, 9 days.
Fair enough.
Yeah. And then you finally arrive at a statue. And then let me drop you guys in. We've got Par, we got Yeet, we got Kai. Par did
I'm
not
here already.
update his stuff. Yeah. And what you see before you is you see a what appears to be a statue of some sort up on this high hill above the rest of the forest. It's snow covered and it looks to be pretty under-maintained, but that's about it at first glance.
Can I, from like where we are, can I make a quick perception check to see if I see either any other people here or any other tracks that?
Sure.
Okay. If I need to, I'll fly up a few feet to get a better perspective for the tracks.
Cool, that's a survival check, right?
Yeah, it's survival.
Yeah.
Would it be perception for the people and survival for the tracks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why did the trees get cut off? You see that?
Where's perception? Okay.
That's weird.
These trees got cut off.
Survival.
It didn't happen with any other trees. It's just those two. No, it's
That's
these
weird.
two down here as well.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
It looks like it was a certain stamp. Or a certain asset.
Yeah. Okay. I guess I'm not using that asset anymore. Perception. It doesn't appear like there's anybody around you. And survival doesn't look like there's been any new tracks in a few months.
Have we been told what kind of mission we are on, since we were not privy to all the goings with Luther and
Yeah. So, Par explains it. You guys are here that the statue was defiled, and you're going to find and kill whoever did it.
Okay. Simple enough, in theory.
And just so you know, Miles, like Kai's character is like gonna probably do whatever Luther's character says to do. Just so you're aware.
Yeah, I've gathered that. He's your boss. I guess in theory he's my boss, but I've just met him.
You're a new employee.
9 days ago.
Employee.
Yeah. It's day one compared to like 2 years in.
He's
You don't.
he's been feeding me for a long time. We're or he's my best bud. He doesn't like me very much, probably.
No.
But
You don't have to go
I
everything
like
with
him.
what Luther says. Like, do what your character would do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But we had a pre-existing relationship before everything, so
And I'm just saying that, like, if you ever want to do something a little like my character's just gonna do like if he says something, he's gonna probably do it without questioning it. If you wanted to be like, well, my character wouldn't be okay with that. Why would we do that? Or if you just kind of want to be down for whatever, that's fine. It's just whatever you want. I just don't want you to feel like you have to do
Okay.
something.
My
All
characters
right.
kind of
So
just go with the flow and follow the lead. So.
Love it. He's getting paid, so.
Mm-hmm.
so Par, tell me where we start.
well, I don't know about you, but I don't see a whole lot actually going on here.
Does the statue look defiled?
At first glance, no. If you would like to do another
Um,
check, a certain check, you can, or any check,
What
I
type of
guess.
do I need to do?
Perception, investigation. It depends on what you're trying to do.
Uh,
I want to look to see if I
I'm
can
gonna do a
find.
religion check to see if it's
Okay.
still the god of war that it was supposed to be.
Okay. So religion check. Kai, what are you doing?
I just want to see if there's any like damage or anything that looks like vandalism or like he said it was defiled. I'm looking for any kind of defiled. And I'm flying around it trying to look as close as I can.
Okay. Yeet, what are you doing? Kai, give me an investigation check.
Investigation.
Is this a kind of like a valley, or are we up or down
You're
in
up.
this? Okay.
Oh, right.
My
Oh, okay.
character.
But this is like
Yeet.
a plateau
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out if it was a plateau or like a
canyon.
valley or enclave
That's
or
the one
something.
thing about this like asset that I don't like, is it's hard to tell what's supposed to be the bottom.
Uh, since my character's not a very insightful person, he's just gonna kind of walk around aimlessly and just kind of checking the perimeter, looking over the edge, and just kind of there.
Give me a perception check. All right, Luthor. Yeah, looks like the god of war, probably. But
Statue.
yeah, it's a statue. It's something, probably a god. With a 3. Actually, no. I'll say this, Luthor. This is an old statue. It's possible this was for a different god. It's possible it's for something else. You're not quite sure.
Okay.
Kai with a 3. You're just doing a general fly around looking. You're flying and you're just kind of. You're not seeing anything, man.
You can't
Too
tell
high
what's.
up.
It's too high up.
Can
Maybe you're going too fast. You second guess yourself for a second. So you slow down, but then you're like, well, maybe I'm focusing too much on this area.
While I'm up, like flying, you said we're on a plateau, right?
Yes.
Um, so my dude can see, I think up to a mile away is what it is.
Yeah.
Can I do like, because I'm not really gaining anything from looking at it, can I like do a 360 spin and like look really hard to see if I see any like camps or um anything like that would suggest that there's a group or like some people or a person somewhere?
Yeah, give me a perception check. Yeet. With a 17, you actually are able to pick out that there's a stream not too far away. And you saw a deer.
Okay.
Good job, buddy. That's about it, though.
Okay. Well, good to
A
know,
deer.
I guess.
Because there's not really anything actually out there, but that's what you do pick up on.
Okay.
It's just forest.
Yeah.
A 24. Oh, okay.
I'm looking a mile in all, like in every direction, basically.
You fly out and you see what appears to be ruins of an ancient city. but it appears to be like about a day out from here.
Okay.
You do not see any sort of smoke rising from this as well.
Okay. I'm just gonna kind of call out. There's some ribbons over there, and then fly back down.
Parr jumps in. He says, "Well, yeah, that used to be part of whatever country this was. Back a long time ago, back before the Civil War, back after the Civil War, I should say, there used to be a country here. That country fell, and Lochley, the wilds up here, ended up taking all of that country's land for itself. We used to be a part of that country once upon a time. Well, I say we, the Snowfrost soldiers did. And, well, I don't know what we were back then, but to this day we still come here for some reason."
Who is this god?
Oh, that's Dennick, god of war.
Fair enough. Does it look like him? Is that what's defiled? I mean, we were sent for a defiled statue.
I've gotta be honest, I don't see anything wrong. I don't see anything off on the ground. I don't see anything.
Do I need to be the one willing to touch it?
I doubt it's cursed, but if you want to.
Well, I guess so. And I'm going to slowly put my hand onto it.
You put your hand on and give me a wisdom save.
Great.
Do you have? Oh, there it is. Do you have detect magic, Cole?
No.
Okay.
I have other stuff, but I don't have detect magic.
Natural 20. Nothing happens.
Do I feel what type of magic it was that was trying to get me? Was it like an evil or a good or anything like that?
You don't feel anything happen.
Well, okay. That
Would it
means
be considered really rude if I like stood on top of the statue? Like, would I know that?
Give me a religion check.
this could go fun.
This can go very bad. You might actually have to kill Parlindo because of this.
We already got him once. We don't. Oh goodness.
2. Who knows?
Who knows?
I mean, it's a god. These gods are powerful, but also that means they may not really care about what we do. But also that might mean that they do care. I mean, you've heard tales of there being some pretty dangerous gods, but you've also heard tales of gods doing some pretty dumb and terrible things. So
I'm gonna fly over to like the face of it.
yeah.
I'm just gonna like stare at its eyes, like hovering over, like looking at it really intensely, and then does R seem to be pretty upset about that, or does he not really care what I'm doing?
He's still looking around. He's not really paying attention to you.
Okay. I'm gonna land on the foot of the statue.
On the foot, specifically.
Yeah, I'm still looking at the face.
Okay.
I was gonna sit on it like I was riding it, but I decided that I wanted to see, he'd want to kind of inspect it and the face, and so we're gonna, yeah.
You step on the foot, and so you fly over. Where are you landing? What square are you landing?
Well, I'm maybe here. I'm like on that foot.
Okay. And then you see your friends, other fellow employees, and Par. They all freeze for a split moment. And in that moment, you hear a voice. What are you doing on my statue?
I'm gonna. Can I see who is saying that?
Give me a perception check. Actually, no. I'll say you hear it. It's coming from behind you.
Can I turn and look?
Yeah.
Do I see them?
Yeah. You look and you see what appears to be a human being with golden hair and wearing what appears to be nice clothes and a leather apron, like a smithy's apron on.
Do I notice him?
No, you're frozen in time.
Oh, okay, frozen in time. I thought, okay.
Yeah, you're frozen. You can't. You're not. You get to relax. Sit back and watch this happen.
Oh, man, this is awesome.
Okay. Does his face look like the statue's face?
That statue is an animal. This is a human being.
Oh, so it's not like a humanoid face or like a human
No.
face or
This
anything
isn't a
like that.
sphinx. No, this is that of a big cat.
Oh, I see. I'm gonna look over at him and be like, We were told it got defaced. We're coming to figure out who did it.
I'm sorry to say it to you, kid, but my statue wasn't defaced. If
What do you
anybody
mean
did,
yours?
I would have done something about it. Believe me.
What do you mean your statue? And I'm not stepping off of the foot, by the way. Yeah.
Do I need to make it more explicit? I mean, I can. I would like to think that you're smart enough God to be able to figure that out. A smart enough being to be able to figure that out.
I'm gonna say, are you him? And I'm
Um,
gonna nod over to the statue.
and we're gonna take a break for a second because Ryan Miller does not have this photo ready yet. Where even is it? Lesser. Nope, that's not it. Yeah. I don't know where that
This
is.
is
Okay.
probably the most dangerous thing I've done as a.
And oh man, I gotta find this. Oh no. Don't tell me. No, it's not. Did I not make it way through the save? All right, we're taking a 5-minute break because Ryan Miller can't find his stuff.
Perfect. I'll be right back.
Okay.
What is
Miles, I don't think I'm gonna get killed, but it's possible.
Don't die.
I may, you may, Kai may be no more here in a minute. We'll find out.
Yeah, this is it. Okay. Now I gotta have this saved in the correct spot.
You know, one can't help but think about this scenario and what was being discussed prior to us even starting tonight's session about a character that was created and it was only a couple hundred miles away.
No, that is a city. Oh, wait, that. Oh, yeah, no, this is.
Yeah.
All right. So I need the clip art because I need to be able to clip that. There we go. This is on the fly, fellas. Was I prepared for this to happen? No. Did I think this would happen? No. Am I surprised it happened? Also, no. Denic. Animal. Animal. Okay. We're going to upload that. Upload.
I don't know that you'll die as long as you say the right things.
Yeah, it's possible that you
In a
survive
moment,
this.
I'm gonna accuse all of these guard people. I'm gonna accuse them as liars. I'm gonna say they lied to me again. They told me to.
So you see him step back Just one last thing, making sure that I have this up correctly. Open. You see him step back a little bit. And then you see his skin color begin to change. You see fur begin to grow on him. And you see this, what was a human, disappear as it is replaced with that.
And does that look like the statue?
That looks like the statue. I'm sending the picture in the group
He's
chat.
massive too.
There you go. That's in the group chat.
Where's
And
that?
then just to show,
Or no, yeah, come here. No.
that's in the Discord.
Yeah.
And to show chat, that's what he sees.
Am I under? Do I need to like roll for fear or anything like that, or is he not trying?
I'll make it be whatever you think your character would do is what you do.
Okay, well, he is not easily intimidated. But I'm gonna kind of look at him. I'm gonna look back at the statue. I'm gonna be like, oh. And I'm gonna be like, why does everybody keep lying to me? They told me that somebody messed up this statue.
And you see this animal is just staring dagger eyes at you.
Could I ask a question?
Yeah.
This is just in relation to physicality of the game. So his square is a lot bigger. Does that imply in game? I know my character can't see him, but does that imply that he's that much bigger than we are?
Yeah.
Or
Mhm.
okay. I assume that's what it meant, but
he's a 40-foot by 40-foot being. No,
Okay.
not 40. 20 by 20-foot being.
okay.
He's massive.
Yeah.
I assume that's what the bigger square meant. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, you're good.
I'm gonna.
Go ahead.
Because he didn't verbally respond,
No, not yet.
and then can I say, can you help us figure out how to? Or can you help us figure out what happened so we can take care of your statue?
I'll tell you what happened. You need to run home. Run back to your city in Reddick. For it is in flames, is what you will find.
I'm gonna turn and I'm gonna like start walking off the statue to go like talk to everybody and be like, "Do y'all hear this?" Because I probably do. I know that they're frozen.
Oh, yeah, you can tell that they're frozen. The birds around you are frozen. The breeze is frozen.
I'm gonna be like, "That sounds unfortunate." I'm gonna start walking over to Luther to like try and pick him up to start carrying him to go, and I'm gonna be like, "Is there anything else I should know?" As I'm walking away.
You should know it's not a good idea to turn your back upon a god.
And he disappears. And time resumes.
And I'm fully probably aware that they were frozen and have no idea what happened.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, well, that was intense, and also, this dude right here, and I'm gonna like point at the statue. I'm gonna be like, he said that. How do you pronounce it? Riddock?
The country that they're from, Reddick.
Yeah.
Reddick. I'm gonna say he said that Reddock is in flames and that we should go back, and that I should probably not turn my back on him again.
Who said that?
I'm gonna point at the statue.
The statue said that?
So you met?
I'm gonna say no, but the dude that looks like him said that.
You met Dinnick.
I don't know what his name was, but he turned into that thing.
Parr just said he was Dinnick, so I guess
Well, he
it's
looks like him.
You're telling me... Wait, you're telling me you met the god of war?
He was not happy I was standing on his foot.
Yeah. Who would be?
But he said that he said that nobody defiled the statue because he would have done something about it. And that we need to go back. He said to run back and that our city was in flames.
Well, that's enough reasoning for me. I'm willing to go back.
I'm gonna like turn back and be like, "Thanks," at the
Well,
statue, and then I'm gonna
is
back
there any other
away from the
reason you were
statue
here?
with my face facing the statue.
You're gonna do what?
I'm gonna back away from the statue so I'm not turning my back on it.
Okay.
Or was there any other reason we were here?
That was supposed to be it. I didn't think there was anybody. I figured we would be hunting somebody by now, but I guess not.
So
I
was
guess
this possibly a misplacement of us, wanting us to get out of the city?
no. We don't. We always have good intel.
You don't have good intel right now.
That's what worries me, and why I'm intending to run home to check on my city.
Well, I guess we're with you then, and we can go back.
Well, sorry for the waste
We
of
don't have
time.
anything else to do. And like I said, we were coming here for our freedom, so, well, their freedom, so
All right.
that doesn't really help.
This is the first time either of you have heard this, by the way.
About him saying it's for our freedom and stuff.
Yeah, that you're gonna even get your freedom.
Well, then I'm gonna just take that as Luther has my back, that he's gonna set me free, and that he's my friend, and I'm gonna take out another pound of beef and start eating it.
Okay. All right. Then yeah. If there's
Well,
nothing else, we'll just go back.
or I guess we just go back. I feel like something's weird, but yeah.
You end up rushing home back to Northwatch.
Did we get a
And-
long rest on the way?
Yes, you
I
do.
mean, it was 9. Okay,
You should be long rested. You should have all of your stuff back. You should be good.
perfect, because we're about to go into a combat.
Okay. Yeah,
Oh,
for sure.
sorry.
Yeah. So you arrive back to the wall in the city of Northwatch. You see that not only have the walls been breached, but the city is on fire.
He was right.
The god was right. Yes, indeed.
And also, I can see this from far away, so like, I guess I was probably looking, and I probably maybe told them before we actually come in within view.
Sure.
Okay.
Do you want to approach the main gate and run back in?
Can I fly
Okay.
up and figure out some more info about what's going on first before we just like walk into the worst space possible?
Walk into immediate combat? Sure.
What info can I tell if I'm like looking from like a good ways away?
What are you looking for?
Um, People fighting, anything super strange, like so super eye catching, like
I'll
if
also
there's
add
like a
on
dragon flying around or something, I don't know.
no dragon. I'll say that for sure. How far out are you doing this?
How far can a normal person see?
A normal person can see not a full mile, but that doesn't account for you.
Right. I want to be farther than I think that people can see me, but that I want to be as close as I can without expecting them to see me, basically.
So you come out of the mountains and you have a decent view of the fire already, but it's not until you get to about a day out before, like half a day out, before you can really get a good look at the city.
Um, I want to be like, let's see, how close did you say I could be, and I could get a pretty good look?
You're about half a day's out before you can fly ahead enough to be able to get and gather intel, fly back, land, and talk with them and have a plan.
Okay, well that's what I want to do.
Okay. So you fly out and you're looking. Tell me what you're looking for.
I'm looking for concentrations of fighting, and if there's anything super super threatening, I want to take note of that, and then um, yeah, I guess that.
Yeah. Okay. What do you see? So, perception check. We'll start with that. Okay. 23. What you see, like I said, is a city that is lit on fire. There are a lot of things going on in this city. Um, the soldiers, the Snowfrost soldiers appeared to have evacuated large portions of the city already. So it looks like most of the city has already appeared to be abandoned. Most of the fighting is in the center area based around from here. Actually, I'll just draw it. It is centered north of this line. Okay?
Okay. That's where the people are going to, or where they're.
That's
Oh no,
where,
that's where they're running from.
that's where soldiers are running to. They're fighting. That's where the majority of what's going on is happening. The rest of the city
Okay.
from largely looks abandoned already. Like that they've already evacuated everybody out.
Remind me where Night Howlers was.
Night
Yeah,
Hours
that's what I
is
was
that
about.
big building right there in the center.
Yeah,
Here?
that's right. Underneath that. Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna. Can I see that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell them that it looks like Night Howlers may be on fire. I couldn't
Well, so
quite
Night
see it.
Howlers was actually underneath the
The
whatever
tavern.
the tavern was.
Yeah.
So
So what it is,
yeah.
what it looks like is that the building has definitely taken some damage, and it looks like there may have been a fire a few days back, but it doesn't look like it's on fire anymore.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna fight for real now.
So my question: are you bringing this information back down?
Yeah, I'm telling everything that I see.
Okay. Would I know any smugglers' routes into the city?
Yes, you would, Cole.
Like under the city, into the city, things like that.
So I will change this color. This is going to be green. You know that there's one that goes around that that walkway right there.
Okay.
And you know that there is one that goes that way as well. These are ones that you have helped construct in the wall by paying off Snowfrost soldiers in the past.
Okay.
Um,
How much help to us right now?
mhm. From what you can tell, there's not really anything else. You know, I'll also add in your entrance, your secret entrance into Night Howlers is right here
Okay.
at that dot.
So look, we've got a couple of different options. We rush it front straight on, or I know a way to the center of the city, like to the center of the fighting, up from below the city.
Would I know what he's talking about, or is it secret that I don't know what he's talking about?
It's probably even so secret that you wouldn't know about it. This is my
Yeah.
personal escape hatch.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say I want to check on. I want to check on the. What do we call it? Do we just call it Night Howlers, or do we reference it as something
Yeah.
else?
Just Night
Night
Howlers.
Howlers.
I want
Night
to check
Howlers.
on Night Howlers. That's all I'm gonna say.
So here's the thing. There's a way to get into Night Howlers. It looks like most of the fighting is surrounded around Night Howlers. There's a way to get into it that I think we can get there without anybody catching us, and we can come up in the middle of the fighting.
Do it.
Or does that sound like a decent idea to you?
Yeah, that's centered around most of the buildings that are Snowfrost, anyways.
So if we do that, how about we take the eastern route of, well, come on, Par, you probably know about the smuggler's route that's on the eastern side of the city.
I actually did not know.
Oh, well,
I thought you
um,
just had a direct way out of your little place down out of the city directly.
no, there's a commander knows about it. He's okay with it, but he and I worked out a deal a while back to get me a couple of entrances in and out of the city.
All right.
One of them's on the eastern side. I think we can follow some streets, and there's a small little shanty shack that looks as if it's an abandoned house, but in reality is an escape hatch that's supposed to be an exit from Night Howlers, but also could be a secret entrance.
All right. I guess I'll follow your lead. He doesn't
Would
seem
that be the
exactly.
better option, or just hit it straight on?
He doesn't seem excited about it, but he agrees with you. It's probably the best idea.
Okay. Then yeah, we're going here,
hmm
and then we're gonna take, and I'm gonna do this in blue. We're gonna go just like this.
Does any also, if you guys want to suggest something else to do or a different route, maybe you can as well.
That sounds like exactly what Kai wants to do.
I follow
Yeet.
boss.
All
Oh,
right.
Yeet's gonna follow too. Okay.
We've got one thinker in the group. Great.
You know
'cause-
what? I'll
What
take
happens
it.
when you have two barbarians and is it a bard slash
Bard rogue.
bard rogue? Yeah, that's sure.
Yeah. Like, so legitimately, you're the smartest one in this party, and it's not even close.
But what's funny is I only have a 10.
Also, we're both just as smart. I'm just so like my character is smart. He's just really naive.
You just haven't
basically.
applied yourself.
Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of people experience except with Luther, and Luther really takes advantage of him. And so he basically anything that Luther says, yeah, that's probably true. And
Okay.
then when other people say it's questionable.
What about if we split up in case that path is blocked?
This path?
Yeah, Yeet's asking before we go out, taking your path. What if we get down in there and the path up into Night Howlers is blocked?
If it's blocked, then at least we're on the side with the friendly guards rather than the non-friendly side.
Well, no,
Okay.
I'm meaning this comes up into the basement or something like that into Night Howlers, right?
Yeah.
So what if the building is destroyed?
If the building is destroyed, then we take the path back to this green dot, and we enter the city with the friendly side of soldiers rather than the non-friendlies coming from the north. If we rush straight right now, we'll be on the non-friendly side.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm open to either idea. Night Howlers may be destroyed. Kai said that it was burned, but it looked like the building was still standing.
We're under it, so we should be good.
Okay. Well, if y'all think that's best.
I'm open to any idea.
I
This
was-
is all.
I was more thinking, what about even splitting up to take the two different smuggler holes and meeting at that point, just in
could.
case. But then
We
we're
could.
splitting our forces. But
Yeah.
So general rule in D&D is you don't split the party. You can split a party, but just general rule is
Yeah.
you get slaughtered very quickly when you split a party.
well, that's why I was hesitant to.
And most
Yeah.
of the people we're fighting are going to be geared to probably fight all of us at once. And so if it's not all of us at once, they're probably going to dumpster us.
Yeah.
I would modify the fight to make it be at least possible.
Yeah, it's still very hard.
Probably. Yeah.
I'm open to either one. If we go straight into this green right here underneath the W, I mean, we're running straight into the fight.
Yeah, that's the main.
And that's the main gate. And we're not on the good side of the main gate. We're on the bad side of the main gate. So
Well,
I think that also,
theory-
go
Oh,
ahead.
sorry. Go ahead.
If we come up into Night Howlers, I don't know if we have any like weapons or anything, but like we would have potentially we'd have access to like something,
I
that
probably
could.
don't store it on
Yes.
site. I probably don't store my smuggle stuff on site. I don't know.
Okay.
So, in theory, if we were to come through the main gate, we would come from behind the enemies, and they may not expect it, though.
if they aren't camped, they could be camped. They could have like reinforcements right here. But, like,
Well, what did it look
couldn't-
like?
Yeah.
I probably couldn't see around the wall, could I?
No, you could see into the city, and you could see the outside of the wall, the north side.
Yeah. What did that wall look like?
Were there?
So the wall is actually along in that circle, right? In that like main fighting area is actually patrolled now by the Jakarans from the north, and not the Snowfrost.
We could come around the back then. I don't know. Was I able to see? Are they pushing at all this way, or are they really focused pushing through right here?
It's basically only that one way in.
So we could probably sneak across the wall and start tearing up them from the rear. That is a really good idea. I don't think we should. I think we should all pick one side and go.
Well, yeah, I think we should stick together. I was just offering an alternate route to possibly surprise them.
Yeah, my one thought with the going through the main gate, we're gonna be quickly outnumbered. Like quickly outnumbered, is my thought.
Well, we will here too, won't we? Because they're pushed all the way out to here.
Well, soldiers are running into that zone, so yeah, we probably will be either way.
I think y'all are probably right. I think going into Night Howlers would be at least we have cover of a building that y'all are familiar with, and
We
potentially
could
more
come here.
gear.
We could
Yeah.
come here, and then if we can't come in, maybe we'll gain some information to see if
Okay,
what we want to do. But I think that could be a good idea to go
I
there.
I think we take. I vote we should do the blue route then.
I want to do the blue route. I picked the blue route because it kind of stays back from the line as much as possible.
Okay.
That way, we're not getting in the fight as much as we're going like around the fight. So,
All right,
is that good with y'all?
Good with
I'm
me.
good with that.
I'm gonna lock it
Okay.
in, guys. So
And we're gonna.
you start heading that way, and you go south, 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 and you hit the wall, right? You stay probably, I'll say, half a mile out, and you take the normal route that I almost said called you Lucian. Luthor sends his people down. Yeah, the distance is not quite right. Who could have guessed? But you make your way down, and you hit the gate. Luthor, you're able to open it, and you make your way inside of the city. It turns out
Okay.
that this isn't as abandoned as what Kai had originally thought. There's still a lot of people still in this city. It's just, from your guess, they've just gotten out of that main area of the fight, and they're just hunkered down quietly.
I'm going to open that door.
Mhm.
Say, hey, and I'm gonna find a Snowfrost soldier.
Sure.
I'm gonna say, hey, get as many just non-soldiers out of the city as possible through this gate.
I'm not bringing them through up into the north. Are you kidding?
It gets them out of well, or take them south. I don't know. I was just giving you another option.
Persuasion check.
Oh, dang.
Still a 13. I'll say you're able to convince him, but there's not a whole lot of soldiers out here. Most of them are concentrated in the fighting.
Yeah.
And so he's going to try to get some people out.
I was gonna say, just get people out of the city. I don't care where you take them. Get them out of the city.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna lean over to our boss is such a good guy.
The fact that he didn't know help the soldiers to even have that thing in the first place.
So
Just smuggle stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. So
This is official
full
now.
speed.
You gave it to them.
I gave them that one,
Uh-huh.
but they already knew it was there. I mean, I had soldiers paid off for it, so
Yeah. So you start making your way, and this is now accurate. So
Perfect.
you start making your way in. And can you see me as I draw?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, you make your way in. You make your way in. You get to here. Give me a perception check.
Anybody else want to help? Because that was not good.
Oh dear.
Hey, Yeet's coming in clutch right now.
Uh huh. This part of the city still pretty populated. Definitely not as populated though. People are starting to leave this area. But you're alone, so you're able to make your way down, nice and quickly, right into where you need to go.
The abandoned house.
Yeah.
And when we get in the abandoned house, I walk up to a bookshelf, knock 3 times, slide it to the left, slide it to the right, slide it to the left again, and it unlocks.
Wow. Okay. I didn't even know about that one, boys. And it opens up, and it actually ends up looking like this may have been possibly a miner's tunnel at one point in the city's history that's been now repurposed. You make your way down, and it's pretty much a straight shot, except it ends up going out more like this is the way it ends up attacking. And another hour or so goes by, and you go all the way from another hour or two goes by from you being outside of the city, now back in the Night Howlers.
We
Anything
are.
messed up down here?
You are not. That's not where you are, Cole.
Oh, wrong tunnel.
Wrong tunnel.
Yep,
You
wrong
boys
tunnel.
are up north.
Yeah, wrong tunnel. Okay,
There we go.
where's Par? Is he with us?
Bar. Sorry. I was
What about Par?
making sure we cleaned up the map.
Okay, Par.
Yeet still doesn't like that guy.
No one needs to know about this entrance. And I'm gonna open the door and walk in.
You gotta be kidding me. This has been here this entire time?
The whole time.
Oh my god.
Hey, Commander knows. Commander's my friend.
Commander knows. Alright.
Believe me, you should have been part of the conversation when I was talking about their freedom. It was quite fun.
Actually,
Yeah.
I might have enjoyed that too.
Yeah. And so yeah, I turned the corner and okay, so question. There's technically 2 exits out of here. There's the main exit, or there's the secret back exit. I think we try the main exit first.
Sure, why not? Is anybody gonna investigate this area or no?
Yeah, I'm gonna look around a little bit, see if it's messed up.
I was gonna ask if there's anything here that would help with our fight that you might have stashed.
I don't know that I would.
I don't
I don't know
so
if you had
either.
like an armory or anything.
No, there's no armor or anything.
Okay.
I can't even tell if anything's messed up.
Yeah, Kai, everything looks great. That layer of dust is always there.
The
So-
meat in the kitchen, still good to eat.
Yep.
Do I need to make a check? You want investigation or perception?
That's up to you. Depending on which one you do is what I'm gonna tell you.
I'm just seeing if anything's messed up. Oh, dang it, that was bad.
Looks like everything's in order, at least decently.
Tables are still in here.
Tables are still in here. It looks like people left. There's still food on the plates and ale in the mugs, but for the most part, it looks like everybody's just cleared out.
Who did I leave in charge?
Good question. When I get there, when we figure that out, I'll tell you.
Because I just want to yell out. I want to yell out that person's name. Are you still here? Anyone still in the Night Howlers?
You get no response.
Great, they left my bar unattended.
Yeah, bet you would like that.
Speaking of
Okay.
which, can
Well,
I
that
get a
dude
drink?
might die, but it's okay.
What's up, you?
Yeet was wanting a drink. He grabs one of the mugs and drinks it. That was
Grab
left.
a mug. What people have left over, it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just
tastes a little dusty.
A
Maybe
little old.
a little smoky for some reason. Don't know how that works, but
It
Yeah.
wets the whistle.
yeah. Nice. Okay.
Well, I guess let's try this door and come up into the main place. I
Into
forget what the name
It was Snowdrift.
in the Snowdrift Tavern.
So. Da da da.
Yeah.
Oh
Yes.
wait, no wait.
Your boy Caboose.
No, Caboose isn't canon. He's gone.
Whatever happened to Caboose? I hope he's alive.
Okay.
Or are we back
I
here?
think that's everybody removed here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you all pop out of the circular staircase, and this like all this southern area is all burnt down.
Okay.
All this bar area, the seating, all that's gone.
Is it just open wall?
It's open wall.
Well, guys, I think we found our way in. I think this is how we get into the city. Well, into the fight at least.
Is there anybody
already-
guarding the exits? Or
Yeah.
like the exterior of the building?
Perception check.
Ooh. Good one.
I'm
I'm gonna
gonna
help
take
him.
up my rapier and my shield.
It appears as though
Uh,
there's nobody here.
Okay.
Did
Coast
he
looks
finally
clear,
get
guys.
higher because I helped him on it?
You do hear, actually, I'll say this. You do hear what appears to be marching as Snowfrost soldiers, and a familiar woman to two of you has come into the building.
I'm gonna look over at Luther and say, "She's the one that froze us."
Whenever you get out of the back room.
And whenever I see her, as soon as I see her, that's what I'm gonna say.
yeah.
Is Par still with us?
I keep forgetting Par.
Sorry, he's my legitimacy in this.
No, I completely understand.
I mean, he's the only reason that she's not going to kill us. So, ma'am, where are you going?
Oh, you're alive. You're back.
Yeah,
And then they move their way over. And she's like, I didn't realize any of you y'all had returned.
well, we just got back a couple hours ago.
Can I make an insight check to see if she seems threatening at all?
Vaguely. Natural 20. Yeah. She's a powerful sorcerer or wizard.
Well, I'm trying to see if she's about to come over here and
Oh,
beat the crap out of us.
my bad. Nah. She's looking.
Okay.
You get the vibe she's not looking for deserters, let alone you guys.
Okay.
Because she's more worried about the invaders.
I was making sure she wasn't like in on it, coming over to dumpster us or something.
She's
Okay,
not in
cool.
on it.
Well, dude, if she's gonna be fighting with us, I'm scared of what we're gonna be fighting. Good night.
What is she doing in here?
Well, we were sent to investigate the tavern and possibly downstairs if need be. We're
What
supposed to
purpose?
clear
What are we
this out.
investigating?
We're to clear it out.
Downstairs.
There's no one downstairs. We just
Sure
came
about
from
that?
there. We just came from there.
All right.
Maybe we can go back, but who would know how to get down there besides our soldiers? It's secretive down there, anyways.
Fair enough. This isn't exactly the best time to say it, but my name's Megan Arrow. And
Megan?
sorry for what I did to your two friends. Or three. Where's the third one?
The third one had to stay with Commander, but seems that you
What is
cost me some valuable merchandise.
What about Boo?
What about Boo? doesn't say anything. Well, as a matter of fact, I have a responsibility just like your employees do. When that
Fair enough.
expensive an item comes through, it has to be taken.
Fair enough. I'll make sure to send it in smaller, less valuable pieces next time.
She looks at you. She doesn't say anything. She like questions with her eyes and like is about to speak words, and then she's just is like, you know what? I'm not going to say anything. All without saying a word.
Is there a ranking system between the
Snowfrost.
no, like her and Par? Is what is the name? Par?
Par. Yeah.
Yeah. Is there like a ranking system through all of them? Like, do either one of them outrank the other or anything like that?
Oh yeah.
Do we know that? Like, do we know that order, or has he mentioned it, or?
No one's mentioned it yet. But yes, there is one. And give me a basic insight check.
Insight.
That natural 20 was a different roll, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
It's a
then
9.
Luthor.
Oh,
Are you
yeah.
there? There you go. Okay.
Oh, goodness.
Well, buddy.
Yeah, I suck tonight.
You're the only one that doesn't get it, but both of the other two for some reason do. You know, they're employees. They understand the relationship and ranking in the workplace. And you being in such a CEO position, you don't often have to deal with higher ups, except when you do.
Yeah.
Right? You run the store, you don't worry. Yeah. Par is the one that's higher.
Okay.
So, but yeah.
Are there
Oh, go ahead.
are there positions ranked due to say their lethal abilities or some factoring like that, or is it just strictly like they were promoted due to good performance and stuff?
You'll have to find that out for yourself.
Okay.
Bro, she's a really, very clearly she time stopped us, so she's like powerful, right?
That's what I was trying to figure out. Is I was just curious which one might be powerful, or if that's
It
something
just
that we could
depends.
detect on them.
I don't know what kind of magic R has, but he didn't use a whole lot on us when we were fighting. He was very physically strong.
Yeah.
But she walked up and just freaking ended the fight. So she's probably not to be trifled with.
So when she gives me that weird look of like I'm gonna say something but I'm not, can I insight that?
Sure. Yo, my brother. You get the vibe that it's more like she's just confused and trying to make sense of what you said.
Okay. I'm going to use message.
Okay.
And I'm gonna speak in her head and go, feel free to ask questions later. Maybe we can even grab a beer.
Our eyes go wide. And I can respond to that, right?
Yep.
Is there a word count for this one? That's
That's sending. This is just straight up. You can,
talk.
yeah, yeah.
No. I'm good.
Are y'all talking telekinetically or whatever?
Yeah,
Telepathic. Yeah,
Or
it's all
telepathically. That's what I meant to say.
you're good.
it's a telepathic spell.
You just see him point at her.
So I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, you got denied. Oh well.
Oh, we'll see. It'll be funny.
Oh boy.
Is he just trying to mac on her?
Yeah. So
maybe not. I don't know. We'll see.
I will give you guys an option. We have 2 combats in this city. Do we want to try to do one of them now? It may end up being the longer one. Because the shorter one kind of has to be afterwards.
Okay.
But do we want to try to push for that in terms of time? Because it's already 10:45, and we haven't even started the combat.
It's up to y'all. I'm good either way.
I could stay on till about 11:30, so I don't know if we would be done by then.
Likely not in combat. I don't know.
Yeah.
How it depends on your combat, Ryan, but
It could
we
end up
wanna-
going long.
Do we
That's the
want to
problem.
start the combat and just pause it at 11:30, or is that not a wise?
I don't like doing that. That's just like
Okay.
a personal thing. I don't like stopping combat. I like it to be where everybody doesn't have to worry about remembering what they've used. Everybody's fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it will just make it be that this was a roleplay session and next session will be entirely combat to balance it out.
All
okay.
right.
No problem with that.
Okay, boys. Well, in that case, we're calling the session here.
Are we off live?
The stream is ending at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.